Hi again, fourth graders. It's homework time. Get out your Succeed book. Turn to page 43.
Let's look at lesson 9. Help. It says round to the nearest thousand. 7,598 rounds to 8,000. I remember from lesson 7 how to round to the nearest thousand. There's a couple different strategies you can choose from. You can make a vertical number line with endpoints and a midpoint. We look, 7,598 starts with 7,000s. So we put that on the bottom endpoint, 7,000s in standard form, looks like this. And then we say, what's the next thousands? One more thousand would be 8,000s. That goes on the top endpoint. And then we write it in standard form. Then we put the midpoint on. What's halfway between 7,000 and 8,000? I know, 7,500. Then we put a dot on the number line where 7,598 would go. So we have to ask ourselves, is it greater or less than 7,500? It is greater, so the dot goes above the midpoint. Then we need to choose which endpoint is it closer to. Is it closer to 7,000 or 8,000? It's closer to 8,000, so it rounds to 8,000. Another way you could do it without using the number line is to look at the number, and we're rounding to the nearest thousand. So we say, how many thousands are in this number? 7. Underline the 7. Then we're going to circle the digit to its right. Right next to the 7 is a 5. That 5 tells us what to do when rounding. Remember the little saying, 5 and above, give it a shove, 4 and below, stay down low. Well, this is a 5. 5 and above gives it a shove. That means 7 gets shoved to round up to 8 in the thousands. So here's the answer, 8,000. And remember, when you're rounding, everything after the place value that you're rounding to is zeros. Okay, let's look at letter B. 301,409 rounds to 301,000. Why? How many thousands are in this number? There are 301 thousands. Underline them. Circle the next digit, which is the hundreds place. It's a 4. Say the saying. 5 and above gives it a shove. 4 and below, stay down low. Well, this is a 4, so we're going to stay down low. 301 thousands stays down low. It stays the same. So we have to put 301 for the thousands, and then everything else after what we're rounding to is zeros. 301,000. Let's read the explanation. There are 301 thousands and 301,409. One more thousand is 302 thousands. Halfway between 301 thousands and 302 thousands is 300,500. So that would be doing the vertical number line. It's saying that it has 301 thousands, so that's the bottom endpoint. And the next thousands is 302,000, so that would go up here. And the midpoint, halfway between, 301,500. Okay, then it says 301,409 is less than 301,500. That means your dot goes below the midpoint. Therefore, 301,409 rounded to the nearest thousand is 301,000. Because when we look at our vertical number line and we see what the dot is closer to, look, it's closer to the bottom one, 301,000. Example number 2 says round to the nearest 10,000. So let's look at this number. 73,999. Ask ourselves, how many 10,000s are in this number? There are 7 10,000s. The 7 is in the 10,000s place. Okay, now we circle the digit to its right. It's a 3 this time. Think of the saying, 5 and above gives it a shove, 4 and below, stay down low. We circled a 3. That means we're going to stay down low. So the 7 in the 10,000s stays a 7. Then everything else after what we underlined has to be zeros. So 73,999 rounded to the nearest 10,000 is 70,000. Look at this one. 65,002 rounds to 70,000. Why? We're rounding to the nearest 10,000s. I can underline how many 10,000s are in this number. 6 10,000s. Circle the digit to the right of it. It's a 5 this time. 5 and above gives it a shove. What does it shove? It shoves that 6 that we underlined. It shoves it up. 6 goes up to 7. See the 7 in the 10,000s? And then everything else has to be zeros. So it rounds to 70,000. Turn the page. Let's work on some of the problems together on the lesson 9 homework on page 45. Number 1 says round to the nearest thousand. Letter A, 6,842. We're rounding to the nearest thousand, so that means we're going to underline how many thousands are in this number. There are 6 thousands. Then circle the digit to the right. It's an 8. Think about what the 8 tells you to do. Does it tell you to give the 6 a shove or to stay down low? 8 tells us to give it a shove, so 6 is going to round up. So 6 in the thousands goes up to 7 in the thousands. And then everything else must be zeros. So it rounds to 7,000. You try letter B. Try it by yourself. Pause the video, and when you finish, then you can press play to check your answer. 2,722 rounds to 3,000. How did you do? Let's look at letter C. 16,051. How many thousands are in this number? It's not just the 6, it's 16 thousands. Everything before that comma is how many thousands there are, 16 thousands. So circle the digit to the right in the hundreds place. We have 0. What does that tell us to do with our 16 thousands? It tells us to stay down low. So we're going to keep 16 thousands. And then all the rest must be zeros. It rounds to 16,000. Letter D. How many thousands are in the number 706,421? Underline all of the thousands. Did you underline 706 thousands? Good. Now circle the digit to the right. There's a 4 in the hundreds place. What does the 4 tell us to do with the 706 thousands? 4 and 4 stay down low, so we're going to stay down low. So we keep 706 the same. All the rest of the digits must be 0. It rounds to 706,000. Let's look at some of the parts of number 2 together. This time it says to round to the nearest 10,000. So look at the number 88,999. How many 10,000s are in this number? It's just the 8 in the 10,000s place. There are 8 10,000s. Circle the digit to the right. That would be the 8 in the thousands place. What does that 8 in the thousands place tell us to do to the 8 in the 10,000s? 5 and above gives it a shove. We're going to shove that 8 up to 9 10,000s. Then everything else must become 0. So it rounds to 90,000. You try letter B. Pause the video, and when you finish the problem, then press play to check your work. There are 8 10,000s. Circle the 5 in the thousands. 5 and above gives it a shove, so the 8 goes up to 9 10,000. So the answer is 90,000 again. Let's look at letter C. How many 10,000s are in this number? It's not just the 8. We underline everything before the 10,000s and that 10,000s. This tells us there are 78 10,000s in this number. Make sure you underline the 7 and the 8, 78 10,000s. Then circle the digit to the right. It's a 9 in the thousands. What does that 9 tell us to do? It tells us to give 78 a shove. What does 78 go up to? What's the next number after 78? It would be 79 10,000s. Now we have to put all the zeros on, make sure all the other digits are zeros. So 0 thousands, 0 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones. So it rounds to 790,000. Now you try letter D. Pause the video and then play when you're ready to check your work. It rounds to 910,000. How did you do on that one? Let's try a couple from problem number 3 now. This time it says around to the nearest 100,000. Take a look at letter A. This one might be a little bit tricky. How many 100,000s are in the number 89,659? None. There's nothing in the 100,000s place. It is blank. So that would be a 0 in the 100,000s. You could pretend there's a 0 there. Now we circle the digit to the right. It's a 8. What does the 8 tell us to do to the 0 in the 100,000s? Is it 5 and above gives it a shove, or is it 4 and below stay down low? 8 is 5 and above, so we're going to give that 0 a shove. What does 0 go up to? What's the next number after 0? I hope you think it's a 1 because it is. So 1 in the 100,000s. And all the other digits must be zeros. So it rounds to 100,000. Okay, letter B. How many 100,000s are in the number 751,447? Underline the 100,000s. It's a 7. Circle the digit to the right. It is 5. Think about what does the 5 tell you to do? See if you can figure out the answer. Pause the video, finish the problem, and then press play when you're ready to check your answer. Did you get 800,000? Good job. Okay, let's look at letter C. 617,889. How many 100,000s are in this number? Underline it. There are 6. Now circle the digit to the right. What is it this time? It is a 1. What does that 1 tell us to do to 6? Stay down low. We are going to keep the 6 in the 100,000s. And then what do all the other digits have to be? Zeros. 0 10,000, 0 thousands, 0 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones. It rounds to 600,000. You try letter D. Pause the video, solve the problem. and then press play when you're ready to check your work. It rounds to 800,000. How did you do on that one?
You can try some of the other problems on the next page if you like. See you next time. Bye.